FTMTelevision. This is Sammy, and it's Monday. I'm hopefully going to post this on time, even though I usually never post on time. So this week's topic is gender dysphoria. I have a lot to say about it, and as you can see, I am dressed up in some fancy duds. We had, in my public speaking class, we had some interview speeches or practice interviews, so we had to be dressed appropriately. And yeah, dysphoria, I'm gonna talk about some things, and then I'm gonna change and eat dinner and probably finish this video up. But dysphoria has been severely affecting me recently. It's funny because when I started transitioning, I was like, oh, my dysphoria is not that bad. It's not gonna affect me. And it's really interesting because the more I transition, the more my dysphoria gets worse. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I pass most of the time, and I just have a lot of fear of people, like, knowing that I'm female-bodied and, like, passing as male. Before, I guess it wasn't so bad because people just assumed that I was female all the time, so it wasn't a big deal because people already thought of me that way, you know. Now that I actually pass, it's quite bothersome, to the point where it's actually affecting my ability to show up to class, because I'm stealth all the time, and I haven't had top surgery, and I've just been on hormones for a while. So yeah, speaking of which, I really hate binding. It's uncomfortable, and I actually have pretty much stopped binding because the whole dysphoria thing, it's like either I can be, because even binding, I'm still experiencing dysphoria. It's like I feel like people can still tell when I'm binding, even though I don't have like a large chest. I mean, I'm binding right now, and I don't have a large chest to have to bind, but it's really interesting. I've just kind of gotten to this place where it's like either I can bind and be physically uncomfortable and still emotionally uncomfortable, or I can not bind and be emotionally uncomfortable and physically comfortable. So I just haven't been binding. So with that, I am going to change, eat some dinner, and be right back to finish up this video and leave you with a little picture I made of myself just the other day.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Okay, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, so back to dysphoria. Yeah, like I said, the more I transition, the more dysphoria I experience. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how much it's like affecting me, and it's strange too because it only affects me when I'm around people who don't know I'm trans. When I'm around people who know I'm trans, it doesn't bother me as much. The only time it really bothers me when I'm around people, well, see, it really depends, because if I'm around queer people who know I'm trans, then it doesn't bother me at all. But if I'm around other, like, straight folks who know I'm trans, if I need to use the restroom, then it's like, it's bothersome. Yeah, and anytime, man, it's like, I've been doing a lot of conferences and a lot of, like, out in public things, and, like, with people, it's like, some people know me and some people know that I'm trans at these things, and then most of the people don't know I'm trans, so then it's like, can get really uncomfortable, just because I have to use the men's restrooms, which is fine. I don't mind using them, but it's like when I go and I like sit down, because I don't have a stand-up pee, STP, or like a piston pack. I don't have one of those, and nor do I want to use one because I'm too lazy to really take care of them. But so I like sit down on the toilet to pee, and Oh my god, my dogs are humping, or one of the dogs is trying to hump the other one on my bed right now. It's hella funny. This is what I live. The mom is actually trying to hump the baby. I don't know. Dominant singer or something. But, okay, back to the subject. Yeah, so when I use the bathroom, I just, like, kind of sitting down to pee. I don't know, it's just, like, a lot of, like, body dysphoria and, like, kind of, like, grief over not being born male and stuff like that. I forgot what I was talking about because the dog keeps humping the other dog on my bed. Yeah, so, dysphoria. Yeah, I've definitely been experiencing it more. It's, like, interesting, like, the more facial, like, seriously, it's all based on how much I pass. However, I don't really experience it, like, when I sleep with people, like, when I have sex with people. Well, I can experience it some when I sleep with men, when I sleep with, like, cisgendered men. I can experience it because, occasionally they will treat me as if I am a woman, and that can get really uncomfortable. However, when I sleep with, cis women, I don't know, it's, like, weird, I don't really experience dysphoria that bad. I really love the fact that I have a vagina. I don't know, I like it. I identify with my vagina. However, I really want top surgery. I'm not interested in bottom surgery at all. But I really want top surgery. It's, like, causing me so much, like, grief, not having top surgery. But yeah, so some of the ways that I cope with it. One of the biggest ways that I've recently had to cope with it is by realizing that, I have the right to be accommodated. So, like, it's been between dysphoria, social anxiety, and, like, PTSD. I'm having a really hard time showing up to class, and my therapist was really adamant, and she was just like, you know, she's like, I hate to pull out the mental health card, you know, but, like, this is a mental health issue, and you have a right to be accommodated, at school, and whatnot, and, so she helped me talk with my teachers and explain, like, the mental health aspect of it, which was really awesome of her, and to where, my teachers have worked with me, and I actually don't have to show up to class anymore. The only time I have to show up to class is when I actually have a speech I have to give, but it might, yeah, and that's only in one of my classes. The other class, I, just meet with my teacher, my English teacher, twice a week, and just kind of do, like, an independent study thing, which has been really cool, because it's, like, hard for me to be in places where I don't know anybody, you know, or I only know one or two people. It's really hard for me to be in those spaces, and it makes going to the bathroom really uncomfortable. Even, I mean, my school, we have gender neutral bathrooms. There's one right down the hall. It's a family bathroom, but it makes it even hard just going to the bathroom. Like, I'm just, like, have, like, so much fear about people, like, that they can tell, you know, or that they're, like, talking about me, or, which is probably completely, like, untrue, but it's kind of, like, how it works for me. So yeah, knowing that I have the right to ask for accommodation, has helped me a lot, and going to my teachers and talking about my issues has been really amazing, too. I've been really surprised at the support that they've given me. Also, spending time with other trans folk has been really essential to me as well, to just, like, talking, because, like, you know, I feel like oftentimes a lot of cisgendered folks don't get it, don't understand why, or sometimes it's things they say that are meant to be reassuring aren't. Though I appreciate it, it just, they just don't get it, so spending time with other trans folk is really important as well. And just, like, you know, one of the things my therapist tells me, too, is, like, because sometimes, you know, it's, like, I don't even want to get out of bed, you know, and, recognizing that, like, sometimes I'm doing the best that I can do with dealing with it, you know, and, even though it may not measure up to the expectations I have of myself, the fact is that I am honestly doing the best that I can, and sometimes that's enough. Sometimes laying in bed all day watching cheesy movies is perfectly okay, and to not beat myself up over that, you know. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really know if I have advice to give to folks. It's like a constant process of learning, you know. And I feel that even after I have top surgery, I'm still going to experience dysphoria. It's not going to go away. It's still going to be there. I really think that until society changes enough for me to be able to openly identify as trans and not have to hide my transness, I think then I will be okay, you know. But until then, I feel like my dysphoria is going to be, it's going to exist in some form, one way or the other, which is kind of shitty, but it's kind of like my experience with it. But yeah, so my only advice is to, like, talk to folks, make YouTube videos about it, blog about it, journal if you have to, and yeah, other than that, I don't really know. I want to find, if folks are having a hard time, I actually have a binder that I want to give away. I'm not exactly quite sure where it's at right now, but it's a binder that was given to me, and it was cut. Oh, here it is. I don't know what size it is, but and it's like it was handed down to me, and it's kind of old, but it's been cut, so it's kind of like a half size. Let me show it to you guys. I'm thinking it's like a medium or something, but yeah, it only goes up to like your waist or whatnot. But if anybody wants to message me or whatnot, I'd be happy to send it to somebody who needs it. I don't ever wear it, so if there's somebody out there who is experiencing some dysphoria, doesn't have a binder, hit me up. I'll send it to you. I think it's like a medium or something. I wear a small. It's tight on me, but it's not as tight as my small binders, which are these, which are also kind of old as well. I just get handed down binders, so I might as well pass them on. But yeah, so this is a small underworks, I think, and that I think is a medium. I don't know, it doesn't have a size on it. Anyways, hit me up if that's something you're interested in trying. If it doesn't fit you, send it off to somebody else. And I think that's it for my video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and feel free, if anybody's experiencing severe dysphoria, feel free to hit me up, and I'm always willing to listen. I have Skype and various other ways of communication, so yeah, I hope you guys all take care, and I will talk to you all next week. Alright, bye.